Dana Blue,
pretty direct after the Houston game about what you saw and about getting Will on the court more. Is he going to be starting now?
Oh, I don't know. We really just been practicing this week, and we'll set the lineup tomorrow. But he's done a good job. He's had a good week of practice, and we still got to be a little cautious with his foot. But he's done a good job for us. No doubt.
you anticipate having Blue tomorrow?
We hope to. We'll see how practice goes today. He's done a little bit more this week. So he's going to meet with Clay and that after practice today. And, we'll see where everything's at.
And that would be again on a limited
Oh
basis
yeah,
to start to ramp him up?
Yes, very definitely.
Similar to Will in the 8 to 10 minute range to start kind of thing, and work your way up.
I don't know. Again, I haven't been that specific with the doctors and Clay yet. So we'll evaluate everything after practice was the plan today, and then they'll tell me what I can and can't do.
What have you seen from him in practice? How can he maybe help you guys on the court
Lou?
in games? Yeah.
He's got really good energy. He's a very good scorer, which we're having trouble moving the ball, scoring the ball. I think he can make plays for his teammates. We haven't done a good job of that. Our ball movement has not been good, and we haven't made plays for each other, and the ball sticks way too much, and can't get the guys to trust each other, and move the ball. And I think he can do that for us. I think he can make some plays. I think he can finish some plays. So what little he's been able to practice, he's been pretty solid.
You've talked a lot about inconsistency with this team. What's more of a concern, your offensive side or your defensive side for you right now?
Well, defensively right now, because we can fix that quicker. Offensively, it just takes time. Guys moving the ball, getting used to playing with each other takes time. But defensively, just our lack of intensity at times, lack of focus, has caused us a lot of problems. And we've been at it 1 month now in the season. We've played 7 games. We should be further along. And again, we all share in that responsibility. We've got to do a better job as a coaching staff. The players have to do a better job. We should be further along than we are. We can't change that. So we've just got to do a tremendous job moving forward.
Past 3 weeks, you guys had a lot of practice time with not many games. Next 2 weeks, it's a lot of games cutting back on practice time.
Well, practice hasn't helped us, I hope. So hopefully the games will. We're at home here for a couple weeks, so we got to get going. There's got to be a sense of urgency, not a sense of panic, but a sense of urgency, and we got to get better.
Victor was talking about the energy coming out, being the big key, particularly in Houston. This has been a common theme here in these losses, and I know obviously when you responded very quickly in New York, you liked how quickly they responded. Why do you think that is, Dana? I understand it's a little bit of youthfulness, but
it's a combination of things. The new guys, our older guys haven't played real well. And they're pressing. It's not lack of want to. Peyton, Paul, Ehab, our vets, the 3 sophomores, they want to play well. They've struggled hitting shots. They've struggled at times, with their focus, their energy levels. So it's a combination of those. If I knew the answer, if the answer was easy, I think it'd be a little bit easier for us. But we do have a problem there. It's a problem that needs to be addressed. And if we're going to move forward as a team, we all collectively have got to do a better job.
Those Elite 8 and Final Four teams, they seem to have maybe 1 or 2 guys who could really be vocal when things weren't going well. Is that something that's maybe missing from this team?
Every team's different, and I hate talking and comparing teams, but sometimes you have to. Sometimes you got to talk to guys about, why something was successful and why something may not be going as successful as you want it to be. And that was a big key. We had personalities on that team. Dylan Brooks, Dylan Ennis, Jordan Bell. We had a lot of personality, and and they weren't afraid to let people know how important the game was to them. That too cool to care, usually doesn't work too good. And, those guys were all in, and they weren't afraid to show it. And so, that sometimes takes time, and I hate to say it, but they just they don't trust us. They don't trust our staff. They don't trust us on what we're telling them, because we got to do the hard things. If I told them all, hey, we're going to get you 6 threes this next game, and you get to dribble as much as you want, they'd be all in. But we start talking to them about, hey, we've got to make plays for our teammates. Defensively, we got to play much more intensity, much more focus. Our rebounding effort, we got to be much more physical. We got to take charges. We got to dive on loose balls. Those are things that aren't easy to do. Aren't fun to do. So, until we all get on the same page there, it's going to be a struggle.
You mentioned the personality aspect. Do you target that in the recruitment process? Is that something you guys identify, or is that sort of, do you realize that when you get on campus?
Well, every group and the dynamics in a group are always different. The way one guy acts with his high school team may be totally different from the way he acts with his college team. Group dynamics, are sometimes hard to predict. But no, we look for guys that play with a lot of energy. That is something that we definitely look at.
Nebraska-Omaha, I know they were D2 when you were at Creighton, but did you ever schedule them for exhibitions? Did you ever look at any guys on that team?
Coach McKenna was coaching there, and we did play him exhibition games. So no, Darren does a good job. I've known Darren. He was Kevin's assistant when Kevin was there, and so does a good job. They had Colorado on the ropes a couple weeks ago, and they play. They're very well coached. They know what they want to do with each possession. We'll have our hands full. There's no doubt about it. We'll have to play well.
Found it easier to get guys to believe that after Texas Southern, that everybody.
Well, I hope so.
Your hands full?
Nobody believes anything I tell them. So, I hope so. Like I said, it just takes time with some guys, and we've had a staff here that we got a lot of confidence in with Stubb and Kevin and Mike, Josh. So hopefully we'll come along and develop. As a team, I say we got to have some urgency, but we don't want to panic. We're 1 month into it. It's December 7th. January 7th, we got to be a hell of a lot better. February 7th, we got to be a hell of a lot better. March 7th, we got to be a hell of a lot better. But it's got to start. We've got to have a sense of urgency with it right now.
It's hard to pay attention to what's going on around the league, but the league could use some big wins. You're going to have your eyes on tonight with USC and ASU playing 2 ranked teams.
I don't even know who's playing. I really don't. I haven't really looked at it.
ASU plays Nevada.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Our league, Washington, I know, had Gonzaga, tough game the other night, so we definitely need some of those for a league, and we've let the league down. We've let the league down. So collectively, Pac-12, we do need some big wins.
Big picture question, Dana, in light of the whole department's the violation story this week. Why should staff size even be something that's governed at this point? I mean, that's an issue that came up across the board. It's came up in discussion with football in the offseason. Why should this even matter? Professional franchises, they want to have everybody in the world working. It doesn't matter to anybody. Why should this even be something that's governed by the NCAA?
I think they're trying to contain costs and do some things. It was up for a vote, and it will be up for a vote again to make 2 or 3 more people eligible to work with our players. Which, personally, our guys, they come here and they want to work out, and the hour limitations and that. I think we're pushing guys to the pros, because they don't allow us to work with them, and so I'd rather have this be a development ground rather than saying, well, we can only work with you 4 hours a week, so you need to go to the NBA or you need to go to the G League. But hopefully, that rule will get passed this next year, and those guys will be able to work, because our players want to work out. They want to work out with coaches. So we hope that works out. But the rules are the rules. Josh made a mistake, and I talked to him about that. He's been great since then. He's a big part of our program, a really important part of our program. He watches over the guys academically. Our trips, he's very well organized. He administrates our program very well. He just overstepped his bounds with a group of freshmen that came in and needed some extra attention. So it's really, we've got to do a better job. We want to follow the rules. We want to do a good job, and we will.
But how much easier would your job be if your staff, everybody, would just be able to act as professionals without these limitations and red tape that is probably about half the NCAA binder for you?
Well, in relationship with spending time with our players, it would be much easier. We recruit these guys. For example, we got 5 freshmen here this year. We need to spend more time with them. We would like to spend more time with them. So again, the hour restriction is what it is, but we would like to spend more time with our players, and I think every staff across the country would tell you that. And developing relations, developing that trust that I talked about earlier, that usually comes with spending time. And if you don't spend the time, sometimes it's harder to develop that relationship. So it's a tough question, but guys come here, they want to get better as players. And our staff would like to work with them. But hopefully some things, moving forward, the rules have loosened up over the years, and I think that's kind of the trend, because players do want to get back.
You mentioned the G League. Have you been able to pay attention to what Boucher's been doing?
Oh boy, man, is he playing good and just continues to develop. The numbers he's putting up are so impressive. So really feel good for Chris. Been texting with him, and if Toronto weren't playing so well, he might get a move up. But Toronto's playing great. So, but no, I'm really happy for him. He's really playing well.
Bringing up Luke from the practice squad last year, what have you seen from him these past 2 years?
I'm sorry?
Bringing up Luke from the practice squad last year, what have you seen from him
Well, he's been great for our team. He's worked really hard. He really works. It's kind of a tough role. He never knows when he's going to be called upon, but man, is he steady, and he's all about the team, and he's done a tremendous job for us. Really has.
Anything else?